Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel. Crypto markets finally moved. We've been seeing so much consolidation lately, which is a little bit more boring than would be preferred, but we got a move today with Bitcoin not getting that far off from hitting $45,000. It's a little bit below that at the moment. But I'm going to share with you perspective from a few analysts, and it's so interesting that there were all sorts of hints and perspectives that the market was about to go, including less than 24 hours ago, but before the market did start moving up, multiple analysts had the expectation, okay, this thing looks like it's about to go. And I'm going to share with you just a couple of those perspectives because I don't want to hammer the point home just too much. There are tons of people that thought that this was likely to be the case, and here we have seen a move to the upside. And it's nice to see the market move up as a whole, with XRP at over 51 cents at the moment. And it's a little up, it's a little down, it's a little up, it's a little down. That's how it's been for hours. But if this is indeed the point where Bitcoin's going to go, I'm optimistic. We'll see what happens here. But before going further, I do want to be clear. I do not have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto-related topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun. All right, so Bitcoin at $44,583, and at the time I'm recording this video, just in case anyone's curious, it is 7:47 p.m. Central Time. That would be Wednesday, February 7th, 2024. You've got the Crypto Fear and Greed Index a little bit up today, 66 out of 100, so market's still feeling a fair bit greedy. Now here was a well-timed post by chart analyst E. Greg Crypto. He wrote, and mind you, this is 3:38 a.m. this morning, before any of the moves to the upside happen. I mean, here you can see a 24-hour chart for Bitcoin. If you're talking about, what time did I say? 3:38 a.m. Okay, so that would have been kind of around here. So you could see like a tiny bump up, but nothing. That was XRP actually. Probably Bitcoin did the same thing at the same time. I'm guessing, yeah, about the same. Nothing crazy though. Yeah, so it went from, it was a little over 43,000, and then it went up a little bit, and it was still just a little over 43,000. From close to 43,000 to 43,181 bucks. So nothing crazy. And at the time he posted this, that's what was going on. Then we saw a bunch more sideways action, but he wrote, crypto space is calm and steady and is ready for a massive move. So I'm just saying, that's a well-timed post. That is definitely a well-timed post because we've seen, after days of consolidation, the biggest move we've seen in a hot minute, frankly. Then there was this post from chart analyst Ali Martinez, and I love highlighting these types of posts because you keep seeing this again and again and again, and I will always love to drive the point home. The typical lemming retail speculators, they do behave differently than the whales with the big money, who understand market psychology, generally speaking, I think. What have whales been doing in recent weeks? Well, especially given that we just saw a move to the upside today, you won't be surprised to learn that the whales have been accumulating. That's right, those splishy, splashy whales getting aquatic AF. Tale as old as time. What would you expect, man? And so here is the post from chart analyst Ali Martinez. Bitcoin whales are accumulating more Bitcoin. Around 73 new whales now hold 1,000 Bitcoin or more, marking a 3.66% increase in 2 weeks. Well, color me surprised. And this was at 3:43 a.m., so we happen to be noting this before we saw the move to the upside, which is another thing. I just happen to find the timing of it interesting. It is what it is. But how about that? People get bored, people get depressed, people get anxious, and the whales are like, yeah, we don't give a damn. We're just staying aquatic, man. That's pretty much it. And here's a post from a chart analyst, Crypto Insight UK. And this was at 2:11 a.m. So here you can see, again, 2:11 a.m. Let's pull it up on Live Coin Watch here. Bitcoin price, 42,962 bucks. And here's what Crypto Insight UK said. $44,000 plus Bitcoin inbound. Volatility incoming as shown below. I'm with Credible Crypto in thinking we move up here. We can see there is a large liquidity pool above us that is building. I expect us to attack this range. There is some liquidity below, so it is possible for us to see this taken first. However, with the sheer amount above, I expect that acts as a magnet for price. And wouldn't you know it, just hours pass, and then, yeah, move to the upside. So what he was expecting, and again, that's why I said I'd just share with you a few examples here, but I saw a number of analysts calling this accurately, and so credit where it's due. Now here's what chart analyst Credible Crypto had to say. It's just a Bitcoin price chart. And he thinks that what's most probable is, yeah, impulse to the upside. And of course, if that happens, I hold Bitcoin. I'm pro Bitcoin. I just don't give a damn about it. Not really. Not really. I'm going to happily keep holding it just because I've been holding it for over 6 years. But in terms of the gains to be had from this point, for me, no, Bitcoin doesn't excite me. I've had my gains over the last 6 years. I've just been holding. I'm waiting to see what happens with my XRP, which is my largest holding. I'm waiting to see what happens with the rest of my altcoins. That's what really matters to me. That's where the life-changing wealth is going to come for me, if it's going to come. And so here's what Credible Crypto had to say. Because, again, Bitcoin leads the way. I spy a clean 5-wave impulse on low time frames. The implications are significant. This move up is now confirmed impulsive on low time frames. And so, folks, when he says low time frames, that just means short-term time. And he says, yes, it could be an ending impulsive move of a corrective leg up, but the alternative is that this is the start of our next major impulse. If the latter is the case, then we can expect to put in a higher low above $42,800 and basically erupt from here without revisiting lower targets. We'll watch to see how price action develops, but want to see how price moves down and see if we start basing out above the lower time frame range highs that we just broke out of. Could be the start of something big. Let's see how things develop. And so he's optimistic, though not 100% sold on the idea, but he thinks there's a really good chance that we're actually just going to see the breakout from here. And so if that's the case, let's see what happens with alts. It's going to be a good time. I think 2024 is going to be a pretty gosh darn good year. And then there was this post from chart analyst Dark Defender, and I actually shared this at the time. This is actually from February 5th, so a couple days ago before markets started finally doing something, right? But he was talking about XRP. And so I thought I'd share this with you because he's talking about XRP being oversold. So this, in conjunction with potentially market go up, interesting confluence, if you will. So he says, here is your update on the daily time frame for XRP. 5-wave corrective structure is completed, and the back tests are done. RSI is also oversold and had the break and back test. And come on, XRP, it is time for you to move. Yeah, it's about time. Poke that bitch with a stick. Let's get XRP going somewhere, damn it. But look, this is how XRP always behaves. It really tests people. It just moves sideways longer than many other coins. It's historically anyway, it's been the last to go when the market finally pops. So whatever happens, I'm ready. I'm just going to sit tight and not exactly worry about it. But I'm going to acknowledge that is historically indeed what has been the case here. So it's just, again, it's just kind of interesting to note. It's like XRP, it's time to do something. You're oversold, damn it. Poking you with a stick now. And here we have Bitcoin fine. 2 days later, moving to the upside. I'll tell you what, I know what I hate, and I don't hate that. Here's a post from chart analyst E. Greg Crypto sharing some thoughts about XRP. He wrote the following. Here, I can make this chart full screen too. It's just an XRP price chart. He said, XRP, 2 types of crypto adventurers, negative or plus. In everyday life, whether in business or elsewhere, some folks tend to focus on what's missing, like the half-empty glass, while others see what's there, like the half-full glass. The same idea applies to XRP. A, some folks panic when they see prices drop to 41 cents or 35 cents, but they're missing the bigger picture, the potential for significant growth in the long run. And B, then there are those who stay calm, sticking to their dollar cost averaging DCA strategy. They understand that the initial drops are just small blips compared to the larger gains of 15x, 27x, 55x that could come later on. A sign of the crypto's potential for massive growth over decades to come. And so I will say this, even though I will never make a price prediction, those multiplier levels from this point of a little over 50 cents, 15x, 27x, or 55x, I don't know if that's going to happen, but that is absolutely within the realm of believability so far as I'm concerned. Not that I'd expect the higher one necessarily to happen this market cycle if XRP is going to go, but I certainly wouldn't say it's impossible, even for this market cycle. Now, I'm much more confident. If you have a much lower price target, I'll be, well, for good reason. I mean, it's only logical that I'd have much more confidence that that would be hit. But sometimes coins run way, way, way higher than what most people think is plausible. And of course, if you're talking over a really long time frame, if XRP is going to continue to be adopted, like over a span of decades, well, it's like, well, then why would that not happen? Like, wouldn't it be more plausible? I know it's not a guarantee, but wouldn't that be reasonable to suppose it really just might occur? You know, $27 XRP, whatever it comes out to. And so when he's talking about the different types of people, that does resonate with me because I look at the market and the psychology in the market fairly similarly. And for me, for the first few years in particular that I was in crypto and holding XRP, I was just dollar cost averaging. I was purchasing regularly XRP. And then there were a few larger purchases towards the end of my XRP accumulation journey in 2020. And then I realized I had to stop purchasing or else I have a problem. But I still have that mindset of that making sense. And I still am just going to hold because I do not believe all of the short-term price action, or even you could say mid-term price action, or even what's been long-term over the last several years, if you want to call that long-term as a result of what has happened with the SEC. Even that I'm not worried about because the SEC, I mean, that really mucked things up. And that's not our fault. That absolutely is not. I think XRP would have hit a new all-time high. But if not for the SEC. But setting that aside, like, my conviction has not been stronger in my entire life. When there's price action to the downside, I understand that has nothing to do with fundamentals. Or, well, not literally, but almost nothing. I mean, there's a reason that XRP is number 6 in terms of market cap and has been in the top 10 cryptos by market cap for over a decade. So I'm not saying literally nothing. But in terms of the regular jostulations, it's just XRP moving with the rest of the market. And so if it's down for any period of time, whatever it is, I'm not reading into that thinking, oh, well, I guess the sky is falling, because that doesn't make sense. That's not how this market works. That's firmly what I believe. So I'm optimistic and I'm excited for this, and I hope Credible Crypto is correct that what is reasonable to suppose here is that we're going to be seeing a break to the upside, because that just gets us that much closer, perhaps, to seeing XRP run like freaking crazy. And we're going to find out together, aren't we? I'm not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.